Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, and this is part 2 of my design team project. I have completed it, and as you could tell from the first video and to this video, I did end up putting leaves on this side. So yeah, and I just left the spine like that. I mean, it's hidden, so you really can't see it, but there is the back. And she ended up being a little chunky, so if stuff is added to it, she'll be a lot more chunky. But there she is. This is actually still a little wet, so I gotta be careful. I was a little leery about putting the leaves over here because when you turn it, you know, when you open the book, they're gonna bend, so kind of gotta be careful when you open this one. Okay, so page 1. Now guys, also I only used the kit papers. Like, I didn't put any extra coffee dyed, and I think I said this before, but no extra coffee dyed or weird papers or, you know, journal or ledger pages or anything. These are only papers from the kit, with the exception of a few backing papers from another one of her kits. So you can see this is a mega journal. All right, so here we go. Here's the first page. I just love this little guy, so cute. I put a belly band here, and then just a little card. This is actually a paperclip, hidden paperclip thing that she has, and this is from a like a collage page that's in the kit. So there's like squares of blue images, and I just kind of cut around most of them or tore around them and used them throughout the journal. Then there's that page. Left these blank. There's lots of writing space in here, guys, so no worries for that. Love this little guy, so cute. Here I have an envelope. Used half a Velcro dot, and inside I have one of the little ATCs, so they fit perfectly in there. And then I also used it as a pocket. A little frog, cute. A stamp on the back. This was also from a paper clip thing. I just used it as a decoration. Here I have 2 tags. These are sideways tags, so I thought it would be cool to put them in here like this. And I stenciled the back, and then I used my gold Posca pen and went around the edges. I don't know if you can really see, but, and this pocket is made from a piece of handmade paper that I did a long time ago. So I really want to make some more, but that's quite a job. Okay, and then a couple of embellishments. Then there's this page, and that. A lot of these pages that are backing pages, I printed them as draft, so they're a lot lighter, but otherwise these pages are a lot darker than what you'll see in here. Here's a little pocket with a little trading card. I just stamped on the back, put a little hole up there, and just used some material that I had. This is also, make sure I didn't glue that down in there. This was also a paperclip thingy, but I just used it as an embellishment on this pocket. Oh, let me skip a few pages. Nice journaling page. Another cute gnome. Love this page. And then there's more writing space. And on here, you know, you could definitely write on here if you wanted to, or put whatever you wanted. Here I made 2 little pockets with 2 little of the horizontal trading cards. And I love all these little sayings. Like this says, to know me is to love me, and I love you no matter what. Let's see, this one back here says gnome is where the heart is. So they're just kind of all throughout the journal here. I absolutely loved them. I used them all. Lots of writing space. More writing space. Here's another pocket, and I went over the roofs of the little cottages and did some gold embossing powder. See, it's kind of shiny. And then around the edge, I used my Posca pen. So I just kind of jazz that up a little bit. Then here's a tag. Just put a little snail on the back. And I did end up, like I explain in the other video what happened to my pages on this side, and I did end up covering, I think, all of them. And even if it was just with a little piece of washi tape, I mean, it looks like it's supposed to be there, so I was able to do that. I didn't do that on some of these blue ones because they blended so well, although obviously I did it on this one. But yeah, you'll see. I love these little guys here. Just use some washi tape, and there's one of the medallions. And there's this page you can write on, the journal page. Here I just put a little hole with a gold reinforcement thing, and just put on some seam binding there. Here again, I covered that seam, so it just kind of looks like it's supposed to be decorated. And there's this page. And then here, this is an embellishment from the kit. And then one of the little mini tags. So I just use that as a pocket. This is an envelope that flips out. And this is actually a journal page. And there's 4 that are kind of like this. And I printed them as 3x5 and made them into postcards. So, and then I roughed them up and kind of tore them, and so that they look a little bit more used and vintagey. And then I just kind of wrinkled them, you know. I didn't squish them up, but just kind of wrinkled them, so they look old. This is the top part of the envelope, so I just use that as a tuck spot and use some washi tape here. Just did a little embellishment here. On the envelope itself, I just stenciled. I have this tree stencil. And then in here, this was one of the journal pages, so I just cut it down to this size, and then we'll just use that as like a stationery page. And then this part inside here, this is a greeting card I got from Dollar Tree like a couple years ago. So I put that in as like the background. I thought that went pretty well. And then when you put this in, this way, then that shows through there too. And that's really pretty. And then we have this guy. And more writing space. This was one of the belly bands, so I just cut it down to size and folded it and made it into a tab. More writing space. Here I put some cheesecloth, coffee dyed cheesecloth along the side. This is one of those pages where there's a seam that I had to glue another page onto it because I did a dumb. Love this guy. Love that one. Here I used one of the belly bands, and then this is one of the envelopes, and then one of the trading cards I put in there. So that just hangs on there like that. Here you can kind of see the seam here, but I stamped some stitching so your eye kind of goes away from the seam of the page, plus with the help of this. So I think that worked out pretty well. There's that. This is some trim that I got from Karin, actually, and she like rusted it, put it in like rusty dye water, and I don't know, I just thought it was pretty. So, and you can flip it up and write something under there if you want, and then just flip it back down. It's actually the first time I've used it, and I bought it quite a while ago, so I was pretty excited to use that. I thought that was just kind of cute. And then more writing space. There's this guy catching a lizard. More writing space. Here's one of the embellished or hidden paper clips, and I like to leave a little part of the paper clip out of the top, and you can hang a charm on there, or you know, use it to pull, because sometimes these are pretty tight. So there's that. Look at that, Gnome Land Security. I thought that would be cute on this little envelope. And then in here I just have some paper, so you can make little secret notes. So we just have that paper clipped on here. Sometimes these are kind of fiddly. There we go. I think I got it. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then on this side, this was the top of a page, and I really liked that, so I just backed it with itself. But you can write on that. And I have that just tucked under there. Love this page. More writing space. Here, this is part of that collage page I was telling you about, where there were some just blue images. So I just used these two as pockets and put little tags in there. Aren't those cute? Can't remember if I did anything on the back of those or not. More journaling spot. This beautiful page. More writing space. Here's some more of that collage paper. So I made a pocket out of one and a journal card out of the other, lightly stamped, just to give it some interest. Oh, here's another little medallion, and then I made it into a pocket. This was also one of the little hidden paper clip things, so I just cut it in half and stuck it in as just a fun little interactive element. Left all this blank. More writing. Here's a pocket, and here's another one of the words in there. It says Forest Magic. Here's another one of those pages that I made down into a postcard. So you can see I kind of roughed it up and even tore some off, and so there's that. Love this little guy. He's on a couple of the tags and stuff. Here I made one of these pockets where you like fold it all. So here's one of the little trading cards. This was a piece of one of the pages. No, this was part of that collage page with the blue. Yeah. And then I just backed it. This one I just kind of lightly stamped some stuff. Another one of the journal pages that I shrunk down and made into a postcard. This one back here, this is another one of these greeting cards that I used before, and then I just their little collage here, and this says, "It feels good to be gnome." This is part of that trim that was on that other page. And then just a cloth tag. And just kind of slightly stamp some stuff on there. There's actually another pocket in the back, but I did not do anything for that one. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on that. Okay. And journal spot. Here's another envelope. But it's not quite used as an envelope. It is used as a pocket, but I liked the flat part, so I cut it, and then I glued it on the, I guess, the back side or the front side where you would like put the address. And I didn't glue it all the way, so it's a pocket for this little guy. This is a little rusted leaf that's also from Karin. Then I just decorated the back. So the envelope part is back here. And then this is another piece from that blue collage page. Did some gold splattering on it. And then I just tucked it under there. This is a tab. This is one of my jelly prints, actually. I just made a little tab out of that. There's that little guy. Here's another pocket. This pocket is made from, I think this was an index card, and I was doing some oxide, you know, where you smush it down and water it and then put your paper on it. So I made some of these a long time ago. I just did a little hand stitching right there and put some embellishing. And then here's another one of those journal pages that I made into a postcard. Just roughed it up. I did some faux stamping stitching right there. That page. Made a little tab there. More writing. Here's a little card or a pocket that I made out of a Rolodex page or card. You can see the little Rolodex part down there. And I think this one was watercolored in the background. Then I stenciled on it. This is a little pocket with a little tag. And then here's a card that I made. This is also a little pocket. So there's a little sideways tag in there that says Gnome Crossing. This was one of the hidden paperclip thingies, embellishments. And this says, "You know me so well." I really like plays on words and puns, so I had fun with this. And there's this little guy. Here's a little pocket. Again, I just decorated it with washi tape. Cover up that seam. This I made out of 2 of the trading cards, and instead of cutting them apart, I just folded it and inked where the white is. And then I just made a little notebook. Did some stenciling inside there, used one of the embellishments. So there's just a cute little notebook in there. And there's these pages. I love these pages. There's some more writing space. Here's a pocket. This says Sing and Dance. Then there's that little card. This little butterfly is part of the kit. Here's a tag I made from, again, using that homemade paper that I have. So I just tore a piece and stamped on it with the figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. There's more writing space. This side I just stamped a little snail. See, this is how dark this should be. So you can see how much lighter that is. But I like doing that for backing pages. And that's just a little tab I made out of some material. More writing spaces. This says just hanging with my nomies. This is one of the backing pages and I just tore it weird and made it a pocket. And then made this little card. This again was one of the hidden paper clips. And I'm using it as a tab. So there's that. This is just the word that I stamped on some fabric. And there's that page. And then I did another one of these with some material. There's that page. This says the gnome did it. More journal. Here's another pocket that says we folk. Another little trading card. And then there's that page. Very busy. I love it. There's lots to look at there. This little guy's getting in trouble. This is an envelope too, and what I did was I cut the top off and then made it into a hidden journaling spot. So I just took this cardstock and glued it to the lid. So when you close it, it looks like an open envelope. So, and then you can of course put more in there if you wanted to. More journaling. This is another just stamped image on some fabric. And there's this little tag. So cute. Did some stamp stitching. This says there's no place like home. So lots more journaling space. This is actually one of the envelopes too, but I wanted a tab there, and I really liked that that pattern. So I thought, well, we'll just cut the envelope. This was actually a mini envelope, a mini, you know, small. Not many as in a lot, but a small envelope. So this part is, you know, the actual, like the front of the envelope. So I just cut it, made it to a tag. Or, yeah. No? Tab. I made it to a tab. Here's an envelope I made from the backing paper. This is a little card that actually goes in this little mini envelope. So I just used it as a little pocket and put a little tag in there. This is some more of that trim. I was kind of hoping it would help kind of keep this closed because it's a little heavy. So, and then in here, I did some more gold splattering on a page, and then it's just glued onto some coffee dyed paper, but I left more room for journaling. And this is just washi tape up here to kind of help. I printed this on really light paper, so. And then another journaling card. It says Whimsy. Also did some gold splattering on that. And then there's a pocket on the back with a little tag. More journaling. More washi decorating. That is so pretty. I love that. And there's more journaling. You can journal on that if you wanted to. Here's another Rolodex card pocket. And again, a hidden paper clip embellishment, but I used it just as a little, I don't know, something interesting. This says, "Oh, no, you didn't." So cute. And then here this says Gnome Sweet Gnome. And it's also just a little booklet I made from some of the paper. And there's that page. And then this back here, these are some of the medallions that come in the kit. So I just left a white border on there. I think I accidentally stamped on that, but that's okay. Still wanted to use it. This is some old vintage seam binding behind here. And then we end with this guy. He's so cute. This is a pocket I made back here that I did some slow stitching on the sides. And this is again one of those greeting cards. So instead of gluing, I slow stitched on the side. Kind of made it look like a file folder. And then I used one of the embellishments as a tab up here. So it's just a journal card there. And then there's also a big pocket back here. Again, this was one of the hidden paper clip things I just used as a tab. This was on that collage piece, so I just cut around that and then put the last two little tags in there. Lots of writing space. And so there she is. There he is. And then I put knots on the end of these so that they won't come undone, but there we go, guys. My wee folk little journal. I think it came out really cute. I'm really happy with it. So I hope you guys got some ideas and inspiration, and yeah, go get this kit because it's a lot of fun. Again, it's a mega kit, so there's a lot of more oh my gosh, a lot more pages than usual, plus the ATC cards and more ephemera. So it can be all used. This is proof. Everything's used in some form or fashion. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And again, information about this kit is down below. Get your code so you can go get this kit. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.